Who was Martin Luther King Jr.'s best friend? In his own words, Ralph Abernathy stated in MLK's last public speech, the day before his assassination in April 1968. The two had met 14 years prior, forming an inseparable bond. While MLK was arguably the 20th century's greatest orator, individuals like Abernathy played key supporting roles. Abernathy, in particular, generally sparked action to complement MLK's inspirational pursuit of equality. The pair's ascent began in 1955 after police arrested Rosa Parks for refusing to give up her bus seat to a white man. Abernathy, MLK, and another then guided a 13-month bus boycott and mass protest in Montgomery, Alabama, resulting in the Supreme Court deeming segregation on buses unconstitutional. This legal victory catapulted MLK into the national spotlight, not without cost. Terrorists bombed Abernathy's home and church and those of other prominent figures and ministers. While no one was physically harmed, the act placed another psychological hurdle to overcome. And overcome, they did. In 1957, MLK invited to Atlanta 60 ministers, including Abernathy, who led the largest black church in Montgomery. This group, which became the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, explored next steps. One next step was supporting the Freedom Riders, a group that formed to ride mixed-race buses when Southern states ignored Supreme Court rulings about bus segregation. Riders endured significant violence, calling national attention to law enforcement arresting legal protesters while largely ignoring violent perpetrators. Abernathy opened his church to the Freedom Riders in 1961 after many were beaten by a white mob when they arrived in Montgomery. Another mob surrounded his church, vandalizing it and terrorizing those inside. But the movement had allies now, and U.S. Marshals, along with the Alabama National Guard, eventually dispersed the mob. Afterward, King convinced Abernathy to pastor for an Atlanta church in 1962. From this new base of operations, the pair launched voter registration initiatives and nonviolent protests from Alabama to Florida to Illinois. They shared hotel rooms, their families met often, and they were jailed together 17 times, where they planned and drew strength from one another. After MLK's death, Abernathy took over as SCLC president. He served 9 years, but like many, he lacked the gravitas, vision, and charisma of MLK. The organization's role slowly declined as the civil rights movement evolved. But everyone has a role to play in improving society, and we shouldn't forget Abernathy's contributions. After all, MLK, his best friend, did not.